Resurrection, Jesus who conquered death. Scripture, Hebrews 2:14. Acts 2:24. Since the children have flesh and blood, he too shared in their humanity, so that by his death he might break the power of him who holds the power of death, that is, the devil. Hebrews 2:14. But God raised him from the dead, freeing him from the agony of death, because it was impossible for death to keep its hold on him. Acts 2:24. Reflection. The resurrection of Jesus is not merely the story of one person coming back from the dead. It is the turning point of human history, the decisive victory of God that destroyed the power of death and the devil. Jesus rose by his own power. John 2:19-21, 10:18, 11:25. His resurrection was the evidence of his righteousness. At the same time, it was an act of God's mighty power. Acts 2:24-32, 1 Corinthians 6:14, F. 120. By raising Jesus, God publicly declared his faithfulness and the fulfillment of redemptive history. The resurrection also became God's legal declaration of our justification. Romans 4:25. Through his resurrection, believers received a new identity, not as slaves to sin and death, but as children of God. Jesus' resurrection was not a mere resuscitation. Unlike Lazarus or Jairus' daughter, who returned to mortal life and eventually died again, Jesus rose in a glorious body that will never see death again. 1 Corinthians 15:56-57. Therefore, he alone is the firstfruits of the resurrection. The Gospels testify to the empty tomb and to the many appearances of the risen Lord. Matt 28:6, Mark 16:5-6, Luke 24:36-43, John 20:19-29. Jesus appeared to Mary, to his disciples, to Thomas. For 40 days he remained with his disciples, speaking about the kingdom of God. Acts 1:3-5,